Hello students, today we shall study about self-compacting concrete. As the name itself suggests, uh, self-compacting concrete doesn't require any kind of compaction because it is having the capacity to compact itself under densely placed our chances ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. You know. So the definition of this self-compacting concrete reads like this. It is defined as concrete mixture that can be placed purely by means of its own weight with no compaction and vibration. SCC ಅಂದ್ರೆ self-compacting concrete owns over three key characteristics which are filling ability, passing ability and segregation resistance. That means your concrete is having the capacity to flow on its own. That means the slump value is very high so that uh, your concrete itself flows through the reinforcement and fills the formworks. So basically, there are few characteristics mainly identified these three characteristics filling ability, passing ability, and segregation resistance. What is this filling ability? Filling ability means the rate at which the concrete can be poured into the concrete and with the effort of no vibration it fills the formworks. The passing ability means the ability to overcome obstacles. There will be reinforcements, mainly there will be some congestion to those reinforcements. So in those reinforcement, for a normal concrete, it is impossible for we to achieve the perfect compaction without the vibration. So here in self-compacting concrete, it passes through the formworks, passes through the reinforcements, and fills and passes and fill all the gaps without any air traps with its own weight. Next one is the segregation resistance. Segregation resistance means even though your concrete is flowing, the concrete coarse aggregates and fine aggregates are not getting separated. If it is getting separated means the separation is called as segregation. So resistance to that separation, that is segregation resistance, has to be achieved. To achieve that, what are all the materials we need to use in that type of concrete? What is the placing methodology? How it should be transported? All these things we need to concentrate on this. So let us move on to the materials required here in the concrete. As usual, the normal concrete contains cements, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, admixtures, chemical or mineral, etc. Okay, na? So here in self-compacting concrete, we use ordinary Portland cement, that is normal cement. Aggregate here, which should be used, should be less than 20 mm. 20 mm ಇಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. Usually, to entertain the flowability of the concrete, we have to use the aggregates of size 10 mm to 12 mm. Note this point. 12 mm to 10 mm to 12 mm aggregates we have to use in self-compacting concrete. So those aggregates should be of uniform quality and it should also satisfy all the testing requirements of the aggregates. Similarly, when we take up the chemical admixtures, as the concrete has to flow, it has to have some plasticity, ಅಂದ್ರೆ flowing ability ಇರಬೇಕು. To do that, we cannot add more water to achieve the flowability. To achieve more workability, we cannot add extra water. To achieve that workability, we have to use super plasticizers. And there is one more agent called viscosity modifying agent that is used for stability, which will prevent the concrete from the aggregates and cement paste from getting separated. There is segregation resistance for stability of the concrete. Air entraining agents also used uh, if in that area freezing and thawing is the case. So, and then retarders are used. Why retarders are used? Since it is flowing, uh, it has the concrete or the cement has some setting time, right? So if the concrete starts setting, then that flowability or the workability, the flowness will get reduced because it will be getting hardened. To reduce the setting time and to delay the setting time, retarders are used. So here in this case, high range water reducers are used. High range HRWR are used. This is about chemical admixtures. Mineral admixtures, we can use fly ash, GGBS, and silica fumes, which has its own improvements in the quality, has its own advantages. So next we shall move on to the advantages of self-compacting concrete. Reduced labor and labor cost, reduced noise and improved site health and safety. So no vibration equipment required, reduced placing cost, use in more complex design and heavy reinforcement, improved aesthetic and durability. We can achieve more finished surface using SEC. Quicker construction time, increase in early strength and ultimate strength, reduction of repairs due to inadequate compaction, better surface finish. If you recall, we had been to a seminar in Mysore, which was organized by Builders Association of India. In that, a person from Ultratech was explaining self-compacting concrete. So he was explaining and giving so many examples to pump the concrete to high-rise buildings like 10 plus floors. It is much more easier. And he was explaining about filling the formworks of a tunnel and all. So, so this is about the self-compacting concrete, and we have certain tests for to monitor the self-compacting concrete. Uh, Basically, we have tests for two major criterias, that is filling ability and passing ability. Filling ability means ability of a concrete to fill in a formwork, just to flow through and rise. Uh, that is the filling ability, simple words. Uh, Passing ability means the ability of a concrete to pass through some obstacle. For example, reinforcement. Reinforcement ನ ದಾಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿನೂ after passing through that reinforcement, it has to fill up to some height. So all those things we need to monitor. So how a concrete will behave, all those things we will be monitoring using some testing procedures. So what are all those tests we shall see? uh, to find out the filling ability of the concrete, we need to do slump flow test and V funnel test. So this will indicate the flowing parameter. And to analyze the passing ability of the SEC, we have L box test, U box test, J ring test, fill box test. These are all some tests. We shall look into details of these tests. Slump flows test. So, slump flow, as you all know, the apparatus required is slump cone and a table or a measuring tape, uh, uh, which are the main apparatus we require, and also the stopwatch. So here we require around 6 liters of, you can observe I am expressing the quantity of concrete in liters, not in cubic meters, because your concrete is in flowing form, under liquid form, almost a semi-liquid form. That is why I am measuring the concrete in terms of liters. So for this flow, slump flow test, we need 6 liters of concrete, and it should be poured into a slump cone. You can imagine a slump cone. You have seen the slump cone in our laboratories. In slump cone, you have to fill the SCC concrete, self-compacting concrete, without any compaction. Fill it, surf, top the surface, and you need to clear the area around, clean ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, and then you lift the slump cone vertically upwards. Your concrete will start flowing. The moment you lift the slump cone, you need to start the stopwatch, and the moment it stops, you need to stop the clockwatch. So to achieve around 500 mm of diameter flow, you need to note down the time. So to do that, we will not be knowing how this 500 diameter is reached. So beforehand, you need to draw a circle of diameter 500 mm. So at the center of the circle, you need to place the slump cone and lift the slump cone so that your concrete will flow. ಆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ರಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ರಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ವಾಚ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So that time is noted, and then we have to measure the diameter of the spread. Concrete has spread, no? So that diameter we have to calculate using tape. So we have to take at 2 to 3 several directions. The ಎರಡು ಮೂರು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. Average of it will be giving you the flow diameter, slump flow diameter ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. The V funnel test. Next one is V funnel test. The apparatus consists of a V funnel. It looks like this. Uh, V funnel, bucket, a trowel, scoop, and stopwatch is required. A V funnel looks like this. It is having the dimension, top dimension 75 mm thick and 490 mm long, and its height is 425 mm, and it has a hopper kind of arrangement, 150 mm height and 65 mm width of it. So at the bottom you will be having some trap door. Trap door will be there. So that trap door is closed at the beginning, and you have to grease the inner surface of this V funnel and then fill the concrete. The amount of concrete required here is 12 liters. 12 liters of concrete is required. That 12 liters of concrete you have to put into the V funnel. In this V funnel, after placing, you have to just wait for 10 seconds and then open the trap door. The time taken, the moment you open the trap door and completely passing away of the concrete is measured, is noted. ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ವಾಚ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್ ಡೋರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ವಾಚ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಏನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ, ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್, ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ವಾಚ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, you will be noting the time. So there is one more further step in this VFUNA. So VFUNA test at T5 minutes. Andre, you fill the concrete in the VFUNA. After 5 minutes, you have to open the trap door and then note down the time to pass. ಪಾಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಆಚೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 5 ಮಿನಿಟ್ಸ್, ಇಮ್ಮಿಡಿಯೇಟಾಗಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಇತ್ತು, 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ in this test. The next test is L-box test. This L-box test is mainly done to measure the passing ability of the concrete. Uh, you will be having a tray kind of arrangement and some vertical tray. In this figure you can observe. In this vertical, you will be having one trap door here. You can observe these black lines. These are your reinforcement. This will be replicating the reinforcement. So at the beginning, your trapdoor will be closed and then you will be pouring the concrete inside. So you will be needing around 14 liters of concrete here to do this test. 14 liters of concrete. You fill the concrete and then open the trapdoor. Then the concrete will flow through the reinforcements and then it will reach up to this point, the end point. So after everything has flown, flow ella stop ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, you need to measure the height of concrete. Height of concrete at the reinforcement. ಈ reinforcement ಏನಿದೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಹೈಟ್ and at the other end, ಈ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಹೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ತಡೆ ಹಿಡಿದಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೈಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ದು, ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೈಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. The lesser the difference, the more good for the concrete. Higher the difference, the flowing or the passing ability is lesser. Next one is a similar kind of equipment. We call this as U-box. In this U-box, you can observe here in this picture, U-box. At the middle, there will be a trapdoor. So you can consider this as two chambers. So left chamber and right chamber. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ಯ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ reinforcements ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, obstacles ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, here there will be reinforcement. The concrete has to pass through this reinforcement. So for this experiment, you will need around 20 liters of concrete. So 20 liters of concrete ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. When you fill this, you have first you have to close the trapdoor, fill the concrete in the left portion of the U-box apparatus, and then open the trapdoor, allow the concrete to flow. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಿ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯು ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ರೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ತುಂಬ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫೈನ್. ತುಂಬ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ದಿ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ apparatus, which is U-box test. The next test is J-ring test. This experiment is performed very much similar to your slump flow test. The only difference is you will be placing a J-ring around your slump cone and then you will be lifting the slump cone. Slump cone na ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಸ್ಲಂಪ್ ಕೋನ್ ತುಂಬ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ತುಂಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಸ್ಲಂಪ್ ಕೋನ್ನ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಲಂಪ್ ಕೋನ್ನ ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜೇರಿಂಗ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್, ಲಿಫ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಲಂಪ್ ಕೋನ್, ದೆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರೀ ಫ್ಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೇರ್ ಸ್ಲಮ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಫ್ಲೋ ಇತ್ತು. ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿ reinforcements. So when the concrete is passing through the reinforcement, it has some resistance to the flow. How much resistance, all those things you need to calculate. So here the measurement is the height of the concrete inside the ring you have to measure, and the height of the concrete ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಎರಡರ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಮೆಷರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೈಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, then the passing ability of this SCC is very good. If it is very high, then you need to alter its flowing ability using the viscosity agent or super plus size we have to use, and then monitor the concrete. The next and final test for SCC is fill box test. The apparatus consists of several reinforcement inside this box. There will be a pipe, a PVC pipe with a funnel is attached. When you pour the concrete, you will be requiring around 45 liters of concrete to do this experiment, fill box test. Through this funnel, you have to fill the concrete. From this concrete, what will happen is it will flow. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. You can observe here in this figure, at the point of pouring, the height of concrete is higher. At the other end, the height of concrete is lesser. So this will indicate the flowing ability. So the average filling percentage has to be calculated. Starting ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು, ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು, H2 ಇದು H1, ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದಿ average filling percentage. So H1 plus H2 divided by 2 multiplied by H1 multiplied by 100%. 100% ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will be getting the result. ಎಷ್ಟು percentage filling ability. So this should be performed within 8 minutes. Okay, so this is about the tests on self-compacting concrete. There are few comparative properties with conventional and self-compacting concrete. In all SCC mixes, the compressive strength of standard cube specimen were comparable to those of traditionally vibrated concrete made with similar water cement ratio. Water cement ratio same ಇದ್ರಿಂದ compressive strength achieve ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, we used vibrators or some compaction devices. Here we have not used any compaction devices. Even though we have not used those compacting devices, we have achieved the same around same compaction strength without doing any compaction. So even in case of tensile strength, we'll be performing the split tensile test. So in the split tensile test also, we will be achieving almost around same strength. When it comes to bond strength, the bond strength is actually higher in case of self-compacting concrete, whereas in comparison with traditional vibrated concrete, you know. So the modulus of elasticity of the concrete is also very similar to the normally compacted concrete mix. According to some studies, the relationship is in the form of it is around 0.5, the ratio, according to ACT. ACT ಅಂದರೆ American Concrete Institute ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So for structural calculation, normal weight traditionally vibrated, it is given as elastic modulus of SCC is equal to 18.6 Newton per mm square. So these are some properties of SCC. And then we shall move on to applications of SCC. It is used in delicate reinforcement work. Delicate ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮುರಿದೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಟೈಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಡೆಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕಂಜೆಷನ್, ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಹತ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ರೀಬರ್ಸ್ನ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ವೈಬ್ರೇಟರ್ನ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು, if we use this self-compacting, it will be very helpful for us. It can be used in important building structures, accelerate project schedules, ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇದು ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್. ಮಿನಿಮೈಸಸ್ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಹೈಲಿ reinforced area. Superior strength and durability allows for easier pumping procedure. Pumping ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, 10th ಫ್ಲೋರ್ 20th ಫ್ಲೋರ್ we can pump this concrete, and that too very easily. Uh, it is recommended for deep sections or long span applications. Provides a wide variety of placement techniques. Bond to reinforcement steel, very good. It will provide very good bonding. So a typical mix of a SCC uh, contains water powder ratio of about 0.8 to 1, and total powder content to be 160 to 240 liters. So here one thing I have to tell, the amount of, when you compare the ratio between the fine aggregate or the powdery content of the concrete to the coarse aggregate, the fine aggregate or the powder content of the concrete is very much higher when compared with coarse aggregate. Coarse aggregate ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪೌಡ್ರಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫೈನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ಗಿಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ. The sand content may be more than 38% of the mortar volume. Coarse aggregate should be normally be 28 to 35% by volume of mix. So here we have two more points. Water cement ratio is selected based on strength. In any case, water content should not be exceeding what 200 liter per meter cube. 200 liter per meter cube ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವಾಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ವರ್ಕೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಇದು ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಹಾಕೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ the mix should be readjusted in respect to type and quality of filler materials. Filler materials ಅಂದರೆ ಫೈನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟು, ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್. ಸುಕ್ರಲೈಸರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವಿಸ್ಕೋಸಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. We can achieve good mix of self-compacting concrete. So this is about self-compacting concrete.